So I was having a conversation with a director of a company, and he was asking, "Now, Raj, how do we create a safety culture?" And I explained to him, no. You don't just say safety culture, you create a culture. Now, every company has a culture, like it or not. It can be a good or bad culture, but there is a culture. It's the way that people do things around that company. Whether people take shortcuts, whether people photocopy checklists before the auditors come in, or whether people do it right. There is a culture. There's a culture that's already set within a company, within an organization. So instead of trying to focus on just safety culture, think about creating a culture, a positive culture. Now, a long time ago, why people tried to create safety cultures was that once you sell them the message of safety, because hey, nobody wants to get hurt, nobody wants to die, and it's easier to say, hey, we're going to create a culture of safety, and then slowly you can put in a culture of quality, a different kind of productivity, a different kind of push. But it started with safety in a lot of big companies, right? And here's the thing: you create a culture, you influence a culture rather. And how can you do that? If you're an organization, you're a boss, you're the CEO, you're the director, you're the head of department, you influence the culture. How? Well, unfortunately, it takes a lot of discipline from you. It takes a lot of repeated efforts. It takes, at the start, knowing where you are, and at the same time knowing where you want to go, a vision, a very clear vision of what that will look like, what kind of what that culture will look like, and then repeating it, selling that message, selling that story, that vision to the team around you, getting them to buy in. And it just takes time. You just have to say the vision over and over again. I quote, or I use AirAsia as an example. AirAsia, the boss, Tony Fernandez, used to point at his hat with the logo AirAsia until it became a norm, right? So you have to create that, and you have to be disciplined enough to carry on doing it. Now, there are also other tools that you can use, but I would say start with the basics. Start with understanding where you are right now, assessment tools to understand where you are, and then also come up with a vision of where you want to be. And it's okay to be bold. It's okay to be, shoot for the sky and shoot for the stars. It's okay, because that's where you want to be. And the bigger the dream, actually is easier to sell to your colleagues. It's easier to sell to your team, your employees, because then people can be geared up to reach that goal. Think about Tesla and Elon Musk, or SpaceX and Elon Musk. So think about where you want to be. Right? Now, if you need any help, you need more guidance, you got specific questions, drop us an email, contact@safetyatwork.com.sg. This is Raj. Take care.